What's up, Washington gang? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about giving birth, so my labor and delivery story time. They wouldn't let me record, so I have pictures and a couple videos before I gave birth, so I'm going to insert them in this video. I'm missing 2 nails, but don't judge me. But this is my son, Israel. We're matching, if you haven't noticed. Got Mickey Mouse on. He's got Mickey Mouse on. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna do a story time about how I gave birth to him. So I gave birth to him on his due date, but before, let's get into that. So when I was like 38, 39 weeks, I was so sick and tired of being pregnant. If he's looking up, he's watching SpongeBob. But I was so sick and tired of being pregnant, I just wanted to meet him. So I tried everything, pineapple juice, the ball exercise. Yeah, I tried everything. So I even tried castor oil, which they say don't do, but I just tried it to see if it would work. Yeah, but it didn't work, so I was okay. But he came on his due date, so I gave birth at 40 weeks pregnant, and yeah, so that night, before I gave birth, it was August 31st, that night, I was with my boyfriend, and we were at Steak and Shake. I remember it like it was yesterday. We was at Steak and Shake, and my stomach was starting to hurt. It wasn't like contractions yet, it was more like period cramps than anything, because like it wasn't hurting, like it was more of like an ache, like I had like a stomach ache more than like cramps or anything. But then that night I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna rest, I'm just gonna lay in bed, I'm gonna go sleep early. So the next morning on September 1st at around 8:30 in the morning, I woke up 2 contractions, and I rolled over and told my boyfriend, I was like, hey, I think it's time, and he said, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. He was like, alright, well, let's just wait a minute. So I was like, okay. So we waited a minute. I had went and took a shower and everything, or I went into my mom's room to let her know too. I was like, hey, I think it's time that the baby's gonna be due. So she was like, okay. So I was like, I'm hurting. She's like, well, go try to take a shower and see if that helps. So I was like, okay. So I went to the shower. I didn't even really like wash. I just sat under some hot water to see if that would help, but it wouldn't, and I was just like really achy pain. I couldn't move during my contractions, so every time I had a contraction, I would just sit there and just hunch over, and yeah. So then I got out the shower, and I was like, hey, I think it's time. She's like, well, do I have time to shower? So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna trip. I need to pack my bag. I had his bag packed for a minute, but I still need to pack my bag and get everything ready. Excuse me. So, around 9:30 we left. So we left like an hour later, and I was timing my contractions, and I was like, babe, it's time. And he was still laying in bed because I told him don't really worry about it. So he was still laying in bed, and then when I was really time to go, I was like, Mom, because she was still in the shower, I was like, Mom, it's time. She said, okay, I'm getting out. So she got out, and me and my boyfriend, he was packing back. He said, what should I pack? And I was like, just bring some clothes, because he wasn't going to leave the hospital. He stayed the whole time with me there. So I was like, just pack some clothes, pack your toothbrush, everything, just come on. So in the car, I just remember I was hunched over on the bed because I couldn't move at all. So he was like, come on, babe. I was like, I can't move, wait a second. So he was like, all right. So then after that, we go to the hospital, and I'm like, hey, I'm in the car crying. Well, not crying, I'm almost crying. That's how bad the contractions were hurting. Mind you now, at my last appointment, at my 39-week appointment, I was only 2 centimeters. So, so I was only 2 centimeters. When I got to the hospital, I had to fill out the paperwork, which is making me mad, because because the girl, she's like, oh yeah, you have to fill this out before we can like admit you and everything. And I'm in so much pain, I didn't want to fill nothing out. So my mom was like, can I fill it out for her? And she was like, no, she has to do it. So I'm over here like damn near crying because I was in so much pain. So I'm sitting here filling it out and everything. And then we go to the room and they check me, and I'm 5 centimeters at this point, so I've gained about 2-3 centimeters. And so they're checking me, and I was like they was trying to have me sign his papers, and then the girls are coming in. I was like, I want the epidural. Like, why are you guys taking so long? Like, I want it. So I didn't say none of that. I was just, But I have videos of me in the waiting room before we go to the real room. But I told the girl, I was like, hey, I'm about to throw up. And she was like, okay. And she was just making me mad because she was just over in the corner typing on her computer, and she's just typing away like, oh, like, how was your week? Like, come on, shorty. Like, I'm in so much pain. Like, this ain't time to be talking. You can talk to me after I get my epidural. So after that, she, I was like, I'm about to throw up. And she was like, okay. She's like, well, give me a second. And she's still over here filling something out. And I threw up all over the place, on her, on the floor, on the bed. Like, I threw up everywhere, which I don't have a video of that. Thank God, because that's so embarrassing. I felt bad, but I was like, hey, I told you. And then they tried to give me the trash can after I threw up, and I was like, no, I'm okay now. So
I'm recording for your YouTube so you can love me later. Okay?
shut up.
Hello, I'm Dr. Hawthorne. I think you'll be hospitalist today.
Hi.
I hear you're not too comfortable.
Not at all. They put me in the next room over, and in the delivery room. So when I was in the delivery room,
Give me a fist. Fist.
It's going down.
Here.
Breathe, baby. Good job.
Okay, ready? It's gonna be a very, very big stick.
You got it, though. You got it.
Oh, we didn't get it. Right around it. Hang on. Hang on. Right beside it.
they was trying to get me to sign papers to get the epidural and everything because I am 20 now. I gave birth to him when I was 20, so our birthdays like a week apart. I was 19 and pregnant, and I was 20 when I had him, but I was 20, so I had to sign my consent papers saying that, all this other stuff. So I signed the paper to get my epidural, and when she was giving it to me, everybody had to leave the room. So my mom was just in there with me, and my boyfriend, I think he was downstairs in the car getting our stuff at the time, so he didn't even know I was getting my epidural yet. So my boyfriend, Davion's family, they all come, and we're all sitting there chilling for a minute, and then they come and give me my epidural. I think they came after I got my epidural. I really don't remember, but I just remember that I got my epidural, and before I got it, I was like, I think I gotta push, and they was like, okay, so let's check you before they gave me it, and I was only 6 centimeters. I'm over here being a crybaby, and I was like, it hurts so bad, and so I ended up getting it, and then after I got it, I just felt so much better, which my I was numb from the waist down, which the epidural actually worked for me. Like, some females say it don't work, but it actually worked for me. So after the epidural, I was just laying in bed, and I think I took a nap. I don't know how long I took a nap. I really wasn't. I was just tired. But I remember Davion's family, my boyfriend, Davion's family, they was all in the hospital room. My mom was there. Like, everybody was just there. And then when I had woke up from my nap, it was crazy. It was time to push. She came in to check me. She's like, okay, you're 10 centimeters. She's like, okay, you're 10 centimeters. I thought he peed through his pants. she was like, you're 10 centimeters, so it's time to push. So everybody had to leave. So it was just my mom, my boyfriend, and his mom, and we're all in the room just getting ready. So the doctor comes in. No, backtrack. Before all that happens, they're like, okay, like let's push for a little bit and see how far you are. So I don't think I was 10 centimeters yet. I think they just wanted me to try to push to see how far he was up. So I was pushing, and I pushed for like an hour, maybe a little bit less than an hour. And they was okay, so we're just gonna wait a little bit. And then they came back and I was 10 centimeters. So okay, it's time. So when the doctor came, he was just talking, hey, how are you? My name is, and we're just talking and hanging out for a second. Mind you, now my legs are spread all the way open. I'm over here just ready to push. And I'm just ready to push, and everybody's just having a normal conversation. So, like I said, it's my mom, my boyfriend, and his mom were all in the hospital room. And my mom's got her phone out. His mom, my mother-in-law, she's got her phone out. My boyfriend, he's up here by my legs, and I got another doctor over here on my other legs. And he's like, okay, he was like, let's try to push for a second. So when I was pushing, he was getting ready, like he's putting his gloves on, getting all the tools ready, getting the table behind him ready, and just making sure everything was ready for him. So when I was pushing, he actually had his gloves on, but he had to turn around and stop his head from coming out because that's how close he was, and that's how ready he was to come out. So after that, he was like, okay, he was like, wait a second. So he had to fix everything. He didn't understand how fast I was ready to push and how fast he was ready to come out. But after that, after I pushed him out, he came out at 5:52. He was 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and 21 and a half inches long, which he's a little chunky monkey. A little chunky monkey now, but yeah. The story really isn't that long because it just happened so fast, but it's been a long overdue video, so it's just the best thing ever. This is him. Can you say hi? Can you say hi, Izzy? Yeah. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? He's watching TV right now because to keep him occupied. Let's see if he can. Izzy. 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 Can you say hi? Can you say hi? You see yourself? Do you see yourself? Yeah. But that is my labor and delivery video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will, like I said, I'll insert videos and pictures of him and me and the birth and the hospital and everything. My boyfriend, he recorded for me because he knew I wanted to do a video on this, so I do appreciate that. Shout out to you. But I'll see you guys for my next video. Say bye, Izzy. Can you say bye? Can you say bye? Alright, see you guys later.